Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mike Dean once again at SFO, and I'm here on a Sunday, and I actually got a request to the airport, and I decided to hang out to see how long it's going to take me to get a request outside of the airport, and just kind of get an idea if the time is worth it waiting for a ride after you drop off, or even just working the airports. Now, I just looked at my stopwatch, and that was from the point that I dropped off at the airport, because I include that time as well. And about 5 minutes ago, I was at 25 minutes. So roughly, I've been here so far for 30 minutes. And I got to tell you guys, this lot, the TNC lot here at SFO, is absolutely packed. So, wow, I can't believe how many drivers are here waiting for a request. It's absolutely a packed lot. As you can see behind me, there is a ton of drivers, and I'm going to actually go off camera and do a walk around to give you an idea of just how many vehicles are in this lot. And you can only imagine what the wait time is for some of these drivers. You know, I really don't know how well the system works, if it really queues drivers in as they come in one after another, if it's really a 1, 2, 3, 4 queue system, or does the queue get skewed? I don't know, but I tell you, the last time I was in here, I was kind of doing the same videos that you guys saw, and I was probably here for about 25 minutes, and the lot was pretty full. It was about 65% capacity, maybe, or so. It was full enough. It had to be at least 50 cars. And I got a request in 25 minutes, and I swear some of the cars here, some of the cars that were here still didn't get a request. So does the queue system really work, or is the queue skewed? I guess we'll find out. In any case, let's go take a walk around and see how many cars are here, and see if I can grab a few, do a few interviews with some of the drivers to get an idea of their value here at SFO in terms of picking up passengers and waiting in line to get rides either back to the city or just to other places. This is Mike Dean reporting for the Rideshare Report. By the way, guys, I'm starting a blog called the Rideshare Report. Hey guys, guess what? I just got a request. I'm taking it. Talk to you soon. Well, I actually did take that request, and I had to take off, couldn't do any videos, but this is previous video from Saturday. As you can see, there are vehicles coming in, vehicles leaving. That's a security guard checking for trade dress as well as TNC permits. On this particular day, the lot wasn't that full, not as much as it was today. I swear there were like maybe 5 spots available at any given time. In any event, I just want to give you a rundown on what happened with me today, and my little experiment was to see what the value of dropping off and waiting for a pickup, and to see what that number came out to. So I had a pretty classic ride. I picked up a passenger in the city. I dropped him off at San Francisco, SFO Airport. I drove from the terminal, keep this in mind, after the drop off, to the lot, and then I had to wait for about 30 minutes and then drive back to the terminal to pick up a passenger, and then drove them to the location back in the city. That took an hour and 20 minutes, roughly 80 minutes, of course. So now my gross for both fares was $60. My net was $40. 40 divided by 80 is 50 cents a minute times 60 gave me roughly $30 an hour for the whole shebang. So that was my experience. $30 an hour, that's not bad. I'm not complaining, but could that, what are the variations to that? You know what I mean? Because you may not always be waiting for 30 minutes or less, not including your running back and forth to the lot. And some rides might be shorter, just in Millbrae in this case, maybe 10, 15 minutes. So there's a lot of different factors. You'll have to experiment for yourself. And the other thing is that the city was surging. So do I want to wait 40 minutes at the airport, or do I want to drop off and get back to the city where I might be able to maximize my time a little better, perhaps, while grabbing some surge? Hey guys, and welcome back, and thanks for joining me here in my studio / Prius. I hope you enjoyed the video and just got a little bit of insight in terms of what the value is in doing a round trip at the airport, whether it be SFO or any other airport for that matter. And of course, this is on a case-by-case basis, in case you didn't know. So you'll have to explore this for yourself and experiment, crunch some numbers, and see if it's worth for you to do a round trip, to wait at the airport, to hang out in the TNC lot, and to wait for a request going back to the city, and if that's going to be valuable for you. Now, once again, for me, it was a $30 net. I had a $60 gross, which was a net $40 in fares for both rides total. It was 80 minutes, okay? Divided by 40 is 50 cents a minute, times 60 gave me a $30 net, okay? Now, what I did was I simply started my timer, got a timer on my iPhone, started that timer when I picked up my passenger, the first pack. And I ran that through all the way through, dropping the passenger off, waiting at the lot, waiting for the second request, picking up that pack, and dropping that pack off at their designated location. And then I crunched the numbers from there. Pretty simple. And that kind of gave me an insight. It gave me an idea of, is there any value in picking up at the lot, or picking up at the terminal. So that process gave me a little bit of insight into the value of a round trip ride at the airport. Now, what I will be doing in the future, near future, is I'm going to document 5 more rides. 5 more round trip rides at the airport, picking up, dropping off, hanging at the TNC lot, waiting for the request, picking up the pack, dropping the pack off. I'm going to do that 5 more times. I'm going to total that out and average it out to what the value of those 5 rides are, and then I'll spit that information back to you guys. Not literally, of course. I mean, share it with you. But again, check it out for yourself. Give it a go and see if it's worth it. It might be. Now, just a few other things that I wanted to share with you. My understanding is that there's only a 30-minute maximum wait time at the TNC lot at SFO. 30 minutes. So if you're not queued, if you don't get a request within 30 minutes, you're actually queued out the system. Well, I don't know how that happens, because some drivers told me they waited 2 hours, but I'll try to figure that out in a second. So that could, again, that process can cut in. If the lot is full and you get queued out the system, and additionally you're actually supposed to leave the lot, that's going to cut into your time. That's going to devalue anything at all if you have to leave the airport. Now, I would imagine that if you're there for 2 hours, the only way you could be is that you're probably driving out the lot after you're being queued out, going around the airport, queuing back in, coming back into the lot, and starting the process all over again. That's the only thing I can think of. But that's just one thing. Oh, by the way, just make sure that you also have your trade dress and your TNC permit visible on your vehicle. Because if you don't have your TNC permit, you will not even be allowed in to the airport. Into the TNC lot. And you can actually get a citation for not having one or the other. So just keep that in mind. The other thing is that I spoke to another driver who mentioned that they actually use flight stats to kind of give them an idea of what time the flights were coming in. This is part of their strategy, right? Flight stats, I know what time the flights are coming in. So maybe I'll go to the airport during these certain times when flights are coming in. I don't know. Check out flight stats. That might be a valuable tool for you. It might not. Talk to other drivers. And again, explore for yourself. Now, I will be doing some up-and-coming videos where I'll be interviewing more drivers to get some more insight, some more feedback in terms of what their experience is. I hope you guys check them out. And of course, I'll be doing some additional videos as well in the near future. And those videos will be covering a number of different topics of what's going on in the industry with drivers, riders, and the community as well. So like I said, I hope you enjoy this, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. Have a great day, drive safe, and make as much money as possible. I really kind of want to say Uber on, but God, it's becoming harder and harder to kind of, you know, give that kind of salute and shout. But, and I don't discourage you, but I will be providing information that is real. The media, other blogs and sources, you know, they want to puff it all up about how great it is, and in some cases how great it's not, but I'm going to kind of just go across the board. The value of being a driver, the value of being a passenger, some of the challenges of both, regulations, insurance, safety. Those are some of the things I'll be covering, commenting on the news, and going a little further deep into what's really going on behind the scenes. And, you know, just by looking at the Facebook groups, you know, the Uber drivers and Uber TNCs and Lyft sidecar and Uber, you know, face groups, that's a pretty deep insight into some of the realities that are experienced by not just drivers but passengers as well. So I'll be going in, you know, a little further, a little deeper, talking about things such as the minimum fare, talking about, you know, safety, insurance, discussing the dollar fee, its value, and what it's really used for, surge pricing, a number of things, a number of topics. I'll be covering in the near future. So so look out. So these videos will be posted on the ridesharereport.com, and I hope you enjoy them. And by all means, please share the videos. But more importantly, I want to hear back from you guys. I want your feedback. I want your suggestions. If you have any ideas, if there are any topics that you'd like me to cover, by all means, comment and post that information. I'll do my best to address them, and I'll do my best to do videos for you guys as well. It'll be my pleasure. In any case, drive safe. Have a great day, and talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.